what's happening in the current residential property market? Are prices going to continue to rise, or are we in for a drop? These are questions on everyone's minds. So let's take a look. What's happening in the current market at the moment? Well, in a nutshell, we've high demand and we've low supply of property. And because of this, we continue to see price increases. And you may wonder, well, what's causing so much demand for property? Well, we have a great economy at the moment. There's lots of jobs out there. So there's a lot of money in the country. Also, it's very hard to get rental properties, and the cost of rent is actually higher than paying back a mortgage. You have a lot of people who have savings from the COVID and are using that money as deposits for a property. And of course, we have the change in the central bank rules since January last year or this year, whereby first-time buyers can now borrow 4 times their income, and second-time buyers, then the loan-to-value limits have increased to 90%. So all of these factors are encouraging people to get on the market. Not to mind to mention the government incentives like the Help to Buy scheme, vacant property grants, and the First Home scheme. They're all encouraging people to get on the property ladder. But here's the problem. On the opposite side, we have the supply. We are in very low supply in property in Ireland. We're building less than 30,000 houses a year. And what's really needed to break even is near to 70,000 houses a year. So we're that far behind. Is the government doing anything to improve supply? Well, yes. So if you heard of the Housing for All plan, that was set up to increase the supply of housing and to improve the energy efficiency of housing in Ireland. How is it going? Well, so the first year they had about 20,000 houses built. The following year went near to 29,000, but the target they set was 33,000. So we've not reached the target of 33,000, but what good is 33,000 houses to us when we need 70,000? So it may have helped, but it's nowhere near what's needed. So what else is causing there to be a low supply in property? Well, we have a very slow planning process in Ireland, and that's causing significant delays. The other thing is the cost of building. So for a lot of builders, it's not viable to go building at the moment. Construction costs are so high, and it's very hard to get labour. Also, there's a limited availability of alternative stock for home sellers who want to trade up. They're afraid to put their property in the market in case they can't find anywhere. So that is all causing a lag in supply in the Irish market. You may be wondering, what's the average price of a property in West Cork? Well, the answer is depends on the type of the property and it depends where it's located. But the Central Statistics Office survey revealed there in April of this year that the average price of a house, say in Kinsale, and I mean average here, is 410. In Clonakilty, we're talking 337,000. Skibbereen, we're at 300,000. Bandon, 287,000. Macroom, 266. And down to Dunmanway, which is the more least expensive area, at 237. Now I have this chart below so you can have a look at it. So as I say, these are average prices only. Let's take a closer look at the Bandon and surrounding area residential property market. Well, to keep it simple, we have a very low supply of second-hand properties in the market. There is way less than 30, and that's Bandon and surrounding areas I'm talking about. And actually, a number of those second-hand properties that are on the market are landlords who are selling their property. So that's adding to the rental crisis as well. If we look at the new homes market in Bandon, there are a number of new homes which have been built in the past few years, all located north of the town. So that is creating definitely accommodation in Bandon. The only issue is there is infrastructure and traffic issues to be addressed going north of the town. Overall, the average price of a property in Bandon is 287,500, and I mean that's average. But if we were to pin it down and look at the second-hand market alone, the average price there is coming in at 337,500. For to look at the new homes market, the average price is coming in at 445,000, again depending on the type of finish given. So they're average, believe you me. But what we are seeing as well is an increase in demand for property in Bandon, a lot of which is coming from Cork City because it's such a short commute to Cork, and buyers are still getting better value in Bandon than they're in Cork City. So Bandon is in high demand for property. What properties are best sellers here, most popular here? Well, energy efficient homes. And that's, I suppose, it's very popular because number one, people want more sustainable living. But number two is that you can get a green mortgage rate if you have an energy rating of a B or better. So that's key as well. The other thing here is new homes are popular, obviously because of things like help to buy schemes and first home schemes, which are available to first time buyers. In the second-hand market, what we see high demand for is detached properties located within walking distance of Bandon town. They're very hard to come across, and we've a huge demand for them. And finally, what's the outlook for the property market? Well, with low supply and high demand, there's only one way prices are continuing to go, and that's up. However, economic factors and higher interest rates and the cost of living on up is going to keep those price increases to single digit growth. So going back to the example I gave you at the beginning, property prices are continuing to grow, but they're growing at a much more slower, more sustainable rate. If you're looking to sell your property in Bandon, Kinsale, Clonakilty, West Cork or Cork, do get in contact with DNG Galvin Auctioneers. Even if you only want to discuss the steps of the process, we are here to help. Contact us 023 8844 or info@imgalvin.ie. I will pop the details below and make sure to subscribe to our channel.